Sometimes faces are like Pokemon because they can completely change. Sometimes it's a natural shift brought about by the passage of time, like how years can turn milk into cheese, or a change brought about by external stimulus, like how being hit by a fast-moving bus can turn a person into a pancake. There are some celebrities who, as time has moved by, seem to have completely different faces. These are celebrities who are unrecognizable today. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos every day. With that being said, let's begin. Number 10. Pamela Anderson. Nobody was more famous for being beautiful in the 90s than Pam Anderson. With her girl next door smile, signature blonde hair, and Barbie-like body, she was the fantasy of every boy and man who watched Baywatch. The opening sequence of her running down the beach in the red one-piece suit is still part of our pop culture, and you can still buy a parody Beach Babe costume over 20 years later. She had the right mix of natural beauty in the face and enhanced beauty just focused on one area. It seemed like she'd be an iconic California girl forever. Well, the first problem with that fantasy is she's from Canada. The second is that beach babes get a lot of sun. She's still got her signature 90s dark eye makeup, nude lip, beachy blonde hair combo, but somehow it's not the same today. Could it be a life of hard partying with her rock star bows, or maybe her longevity took a hit from her struggle with liver disease? Nobody stays 20 forever, but let's be kind and not mention Sandra Bullock or Jennifer Aniston, both also in their 50s around Pam. Number 9. Mickey Rourke. The first celebrity on our list was a heartthrob in the 80s. Movie critics were heralding him as the next Marlon Brando, as he starred in dramas and action flicks like Body Heat, Angel Heart, and the controversially steamy 9.5 Weeks. Ruggedly handsome, cool-tempered, and a little aloof, action movie-loving fellas respected him, while their dates and mums swooned for his bad boy charm. Today, he gets a different reaction from the ladies. If you're from a younger generation and only know Mickey Rourke from as far back as Sin City, I probably sound crazy, but it's true. Mickey Rourke today looks so drastically different, it's hard to look at him and picture a fresh-faced young man. His bad boy gimmick wasn't just an act. He loved amateur boxing so much, he kept competing after he became a star. He was good too, winning matches more often than not. Mickey started getting plastic surgery to fix his twice broken nose and injuries deep under his skin. As he puts it, I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together. To make matters worse, he went back for a facelift, fillers, and Botox, and for some reason, his skin looks shiny now. If it's any consolation, he was perfect for The Wrestler, which was brilliant. Number 8. Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner has been a household name since she publicly transitioned from male to female in 2015. Formerly known as Bruce Jenner, America celebrated the Olympic decathlete who brought the US gold in 1976 and went on to be a sportscaster and TV celebrity for a few years. Wife Kris Jenner rescued then Bruce from obscurity, using her business talents to land endorsements, and they had 2 children together. All that time, Jenner was living with the reality of being a woman in a man's body. By 2015, the tabloids were reporting changes in Jenner's appearance, and finally, Caitlyn Jenner made her debut. All this happened as Kris and her 6 children were mega celebrities on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Caitlyn shared her story with Diane Sawyer in an interview on 2020. Fans were most shocked to learn from the autobiography Secrets of My Life that Jenner aimed to transition before turning 40 and started hormone therapy in 1986, 4 years before meeting Kris, who is supportive. Now a tall, elegant woman, you'd never tell the I Am Kate star from the 70s athlete unless somebody told you about the dramatic change. Number 7. Jonah Hill. We all knew somebody like Jonah Hill growing up, the funny tubby class clown who was popular with everybody despite not really being fashionable or good with the ladies. Movie audiences were introduced to him in the coming-of-age comedy Superbad, which carried on in the tradition of American Pie, with hormonal teenagers getting into absurd predicaments. Jonah Hill did well as a writer and producer, and our goofy little buddy is all grown up now. Some of his roles have required him to put back on weight he painstakingly lost after he became noticed by the Academy, but now he tells the world he wants to stay healthy. No crazy Hollywood tricks here. Credit for his transformation belongs to good old-fashioned diet and exercise. He's even turned to 21 Jump Street co-star and fit friend Channing Tatum for support. As he told the magazine Vulture, being healthier came along with maturity, and it's hard because a lot of times people want you to be the guy you were when they met you. Maybe it's the fact he lost a ton of weight, or maybe he's taking roles that make him seem more like someone who can sit at the executive producer's table, not just the girl crazy nerd table in the high school cafeteria that makes this makeover remarkable. Number 6. Lil' Kim. We've had actors and athletes Now let's look at a recording artist. Lil' Kim was one of the most popular rappers in the 90s. She came up as part of Notorious Big's posse, the Junior Mafia. After Biggie Smalls was tragically murdered, the group disbanded, but many of the stars went on to solo careers, complete with stadium tours and endless airplay on MTV. Born Kimberly Jones, Lil' Kim staked as much into her sexy appearance as her ability to spit rhymes. What she lacked in height, she made up with razor-sharp raunchy rapping. Maybe you remember her iconic MTV Movie Awards outfits that took Barely There to new heights. These days, she makes headlines more for her dramatic transformation. She's had her nose thinned out and serious surgical procedures done to change her face shape, including her cheekbone structure and even her jawline. Add skin lightening and an eyelid lift and you've got a different face. Well, if you're familiar with her songs or her red carpet outfits, you already knew that Lil' Kim does what she wants and doesn't listen to criticism. Number 5. Jaden Smith. Kids of celebrities are born in the spotlight, which can't be easy, especially when you're born to two mega celebrities like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Number 5 on our list is Jaden Smith. Audiences and critics both loved him in the 2006 drama Pursuit of Happiness, co-starring alongside his dad. That cute, charming kid is showing a more dramatic side to the world, to say the least. He's now best known for his spacey, emo tweets and unconventional looks, and he's eschewed his dad's fashion footprints, which was always ultra trendy, skewed to conventionally fashionable in adulthood. Jaden has taken to putting together an outfit of whatever strikes his fancy that day, including dresses and skirts. He dabbles in fashion, running MSFT SREP with his sister Willow, and he rocked the runway as the first ever male model to showcase women's wear by the luxury brand Louis Vuitton. Traditional runway models don't have curves either, right? Number 4, Meg Ryan. The cute girl next door Meg Ryan was easy for us to love in movies like Sleepless in Seattle or her debut flick, Top Gun. She exemplified the natural beauty with just a touch of bleach bottle blonde, as one did in the 80s. Not especially sun-tanned or known to party, she may have aged well, but we'll never know. The star who got her start on As the World Turns has taken a turn for the worse following some cosmetic procedures. She has definitely had fillers injected in her cheeks. This procedure is supposed to fill out some wrinkles and restore the shape of youthful cheekbones. In Meg Ryan's case, the filler doesn't reverse the sagging of her skin, rather it just squishes upward when she smiles. It's likely she's had some skin resurfacing done. Her forehead shows signs of too much Botox and likely injectable fillers in her lips. That nose, who knows? The most famous line from one of her biggest movies, When Harry Met Sally, was, "I'll have what she's having." But in this case, I'm going to pass. Number 3, Christina Aguilera. R&B singer Christina Aguilera has always presented a super cute side to the world as a pop star. People constantly compared her to another blonde contemporary, Britney Spears. Clearly more vocally talented, she also had a slightly more wholesome look during her teen years, although still glammed up in dated sparkles. For albums in her 20s, she took on an edgier persona, still glamorous. For later albums, she embodied old Hollywood glamour, looking like a modern Marilyn. Then last year, Paper Magazine published an editorial that shocked her fans. Christina Aguilera without her signature 90s glitz or her Moulin Rouge era glam. She's bared her soul in ballads like Beautiful, but we've never seen her like this before. Barefaced, reposed, we got to see how beautiful this star is without all her over-the-top hair and thick camera makeup. If you walk by this issue on the newsstand, you wouldn't look twice at the genie in the bottle singer. Number 2, Lara Flynn Boyle. This Twin Peaks star has come a long way. She charmed TV audiences as Donna Hayward on Twin Peaks, a David Lynch creation that's a cult classic now, and was exceptionally weird when it aired during primetime on ABC in the 80s. Donna Hayward was an important character, the best friend of the 80s most mysterious Gone girl, the late Laura Palmer. Tragedy befell many characters on Twin Peaks like Teresa and Jacques, and anyone else killed by Leland Palmer. But Lara Flynn Boyle may be the architect of her own demise. She made headlines in 2013, not for an upcoming release, but because tabloids saw her trying to fight the natural aging process unsuccessfully and smelled blood in the water. Her once lovely lips are puffed up in an unusual shape, peaks of filler that are a garish rendition of her signature youthful pout. As Wayne asked her character stalker Stacy in Wayne's World, "Are you mental?" What's tragic about her efforts to cling to her fame is that it didn't work. When Showtime produced their Twin Peaks revival, and most of the stars were asked to be a part of it, the living ones at least, Dear Donna wasn't on the call sheet. Number 1, Sharon Stone. They broke the mold when they made Sharon Stone strong and feminine. She was the silver screen sex symbol of the 90s. Her chair scene in Basic Instinct is one of the most parodied movie scenes of all time. And we can all agree that as far as the Batman movies go, she was the best Catwoman. Not just the beauty, she can act. Have you seen Casino? How about The Muse? She keeps making hits and keeps us on our toes, always beautiful. Sharon Stone has been showing us more sides now that she's in her 60s. She wore an unusually androgynous outfit on the red carpet, light makeup and a pixie cut. And more recently, she posted this Instagram selfie, which was uncharacteristic to say the least. There you have the top 10 celebrities who are unrecognizable today. Did we miss any really crazy celebrity skin botch jobs? And if you thought you could afford a good plastic surgeon, have you reconsidered? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.